God's advice today. God is sending many signs, but it seems like you are ignoring all of them. So please do not ignore this video, as it is a message from God's heart to bless your life today. Before we continue, please leave your like so that more people can be reached by this message, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more videos like this. Don't ignore this video and stay until the end. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and the second best manifestation offer in the world. God said, "My beloved child, listen to my words deep within your heart. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23 verse 1. I know how long you have waited, how many nights you have felt the weight of anxiety and loneliness, believing that your dreams were too far away to come true. But I am here, constantly watching, caring, and preparing every detail of your story. Every tear shed, every silent prayer, and every sigh of faith have been written in the book of eternity and transformed into seeds of future blessings. Do you feel ready for a profound change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all it takes is a small step of faith to open the doors to abundance, peace, and the blessings that God has already reserved for you. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inner self and reflects on the outside. If you wish to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There, you will find a simple, loving practice that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. Do not doubt my power, even when human eyes see only a desert. I can turn the barren into fertile, the empty into abundance, despair into hope. Today I tell you, prepare yourself for the unexpected. Just as manna fell from heaven for the children of Israel, bringing sustenance when all seemed lost, I will send you miracles that no one will understand, but they will serve to show my care and love. What now seems impossible will be revealed as part of my perfect plan. Michael, my warrior archangel, is already organizing the heavens so that every step you take will be blessed, every effort multiplied, and every dream stored in your heart released. Trust, my child, for I am faithful, and my faithfulness never fails. Comment, I trust in the peace that God gives me, He is my fortress. When you walk through the desert of life, feeling your feet wounded by weariness and your soul exhausted by battles, I will be by your side, opening paths where you thought none existed. Every difficulty you faced was a test of your faith, a preparation so that, at the right moment, you could see the greatness of my power working in your story. The doors that seemed closed will be flung open, and what seems impossible today will turn into victory. My care is in the details you don't always notice. People will appear to guide you, situations will change without logical explanation, and small miracles will warm your heart and renew your strength. I know your deepest pains and needs, and nothing escapes my sight. Do not allow doubt to paralyze you. Every step taken in faith is being recorded and rewarded at the right time. Comment, my faith is firm because God is guiding my steps. Beloved child, remember, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. What you see as delay, I see as preparation. What you feel as failure, I will turn into multiplication. Every dream stored in your heart will be revealed at the right time, and the surprise will be so great that even those who doubted will be amazed. Imagine Peter, after a night of catching nothing, following my command to cast his net again, and harvesting such an abundance that his boat nearly sank. So it will be with you. The places where you once felt emptiness, loneliness, and discouragement will become barns full of blessings. Michael is at work, fighting every spirit that tries to block your victory, preparing the ground for you to experience what once seemed unreachable. Every tear you shed was a seed planted, and now the time of harvest is approaching. Trust, my child, for I never fail to fulfill my word. Right, with God, all things are possible. My child, you will see that miracles are not limited to great manifestations that defy human logic. They also reveal themselves in the details of everyday life, in the small things that often go unnoticed by hurried eyes but are of immense value before me. The smile that appears at the right time, the kind word that comforts a weary heart, the unexpected encounter that changes the course of a day, all these are part of my silent and constant presence around you. I am in every movement, in every pause, in every breath. Even when you think nothing is happening, I am weaving the invisible, aligning circumstances, preparing paths, and touching hearts on your behalf. There are subtle gestures that carry the power of the supernatural, and if you observe with faith, you will see that I am in everything. Every detail of your life is monitored by my loving gaze, and nothing escapes my attention. So, prepare your spirit to recognize these hidden blessings and learn to value every sign of care. For the greatest miracles do not always shout, sometimes they only whisper. And in those whispers, my child, you will hear most clearly my love for you. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Beloved child, it is written, I lift up my eyes to the hills, where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121 verses 1 and 2. When the weight of life feels unbearable and the horizon is covered in uncertainty, remember this truth: I am your constant help. There is no distance that can keep me from acting, no darkness that can prevent me from finding you. Even when silence seems to reign and everything around you appears to fall apart, I am closer than ever. Every battle, no matter how difficult it seems, is a stage where my power will be revealed. I turn despair into hope, chaos into order, and pain into testimony. When your strength fails, my angels move on your behalf, and Michael leads the heavens so that nothing can defeat you. Do not fear the lies of the enemy or the voices that try to steal your faith. I myself am declaring your victory. What seemed lost will be restored, and what seemed to be the end will only be the beginning of something glorious. Trust, my child, for I never fail. My promise over your life is eternal, and no one can annul it. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 4 verse 19. Do not limit yourself to what seems scarce. See with faith the abundance I am preparing for you. Every prayer, every expectation, every dream you have placed in me will be answered in ways that exceed your understanding. I know what you need even before you ask, and my love works to supply not only what is essential but also the extraordinary that surpasses your expectations. Prepare yourself to witness miracles in your health, your relationships, your finances, and the fulfillment of your most intimate desires. Every step taken in faith, every act of trust, will be rewarded. The trials you have faced were not in vain. Every tear, every moment of pain, every feeling of helplessness served to strengthen your spirit, increase your endurance, and prepare your heart to receive the complete victory I have reserved for you. Michael works ahead of you, opening doors, multiplying resources, and guiding your steps so that all may see my glory reflected in you. The restoration I bring, my beloved child, goes beyond the material and reaches every dimension of your life, body, mind, and spirit. Where there was conflict, I will plant true reconciliation. Where there was silence, I will pour out dialogue and understanding. Where there was hurt, anger, or resentment, I will sow forgiveness and love. No detail of your existence escapes my care. Everything will be transformed, elevated, and renewed. Michael works silently, breaking invisible barriers, tearing down obstacles, and opening paths your eyes cannot yet see. Trust, my child, even when the situation seems stagnant or impossible, for I am working perfectly, even in the moments you cannot perceive. Your story is being shaped, and every experience, even the most painful ones, will be used to reveal my glory and manifest extraordinary blessings. What seemed lost will be recovered, what seemed broken will be restored in surprising ways, and every area of your life will find balance and harmony. Be patient, my child, for I act with precision and love, and complete restoration will come at the right time, abundantly and gloriously. Beloved child, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Everything that has happened in your life, every loss, every disappointment, every challenge, is being used to shape something extraordinary within you. What seemed like failure will become testimony. What seemed like a desert will turn into a blooming garden. What seemed impossible will become visible and abundant reality. Michael arranges encounters, opens doors, breaks spiritual chains, and guides every step so that you may live in complete and unexpected victory. Do not fear the delay, my child, for I act in perfect time. Every event, every person, and every opportunity is being prepared according to my divine plan. The harvest will be abundant, glorious, and surprising, exceeding all your expectations. Every tear you have shed, every night of worry, every moment of loneliness will be transformed into an experience of grace, learning, and reward. Prepare your heart to recognize my hand working in your life in extraordinary ways and to witness the manifestation of the impossible becoming your reality. Now, my dear child, lift your eyes and feel my presence renewing your strength. The victory I have prepared for you is not only personal but will become a testimony to everyone around you. Every tear will be turned into joy, every wound into strength, every dream into tangible reality. What once seemed lost will be multiplied, the impossible will become natural, the desert will give way to springs of living water. Michael is by your side, leading every battle, opening doors, breaking barriers, and ensuring that nothing is lacking in your life. Trust fully in me, for I am the God who surprises, who heals, who restores, and who fulfills every promise made to your heart. Prepare yourself, my beloved child, to live a story filled with unexpected miracles, abundance beyond all understanding, and eternal victory. I will never forget you, never abandon you, and will always guide your steps, filling your life with my love, my presence, and my glory. Open yourself to receive all that I have for you, for my goodness and my care have no limits. Beloved child, listen carefully to what I tell you at this moment. The walls that once divided hearts, families, and dreams are falling before my presence. As it is written, not by might, nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Zechariah chapter 4 verse 6. I have been moving the invisible gears of heaven to rebuild what once seemed lost. You will see homes restored, families reconciled, and bonds that were broken being rewoven with threads of love. What once seemed impossible, I will turn into testimony. Where there was scarcity, there will be abundance. Where the table once seemed empty, bread will be multiplied. I myself command the heavens to open over your home, and just as Elijah was sustained by ravens in the midst of drought, so too will you be sustained in unexpected ways. Michael has already opened the heavenly gates, and the manna is on its way. Everything you lacked will be supplied, and everything that seemed too late will happen in perfect time. Do not limit my action to what you know, for I am the God of surprises. I create paths where maps end, open doors that have no locks, and bring forth opportunities where no one expected anything to grow. People you never imagined will come close to offer help. Resources will come from distant places, and what was unlikely will become reality. I am the expert in moving the invisible to transform the visible. What the world calls coincidence, you will recognize as providence. There will come a day when you will look back and understand that nothing was by chance. Every delay, every tear, and every silence was preparing the stage for the manifestation of my glory. Michael is already moving on your behalf, untying spiritual knots, breaking chains, and removing obstacles that once kept you from advancing. Do not fear what you do not understand, for victories are being formed in secret. My child, every surprise I have prepared for you carries a divine purpose. None of my gifts are random, and no miracle is without meaning. What is about to happen is not only for your joy but also so that the world may know that I am real and faithful to those who trust in me. The blessings that are coming will not be small, and Michael is ensuring that none of them are stolen by opposing forces. Imagine yourself standing before a gift wrapped in light, placed before you. You do not yet know what it contains, but your heart feels the anticipation. So it is in this season, the time to open gifts that have long been kept. I will surprise you with victories beyond your prayers, with answers overflowing with grace, and with miracles that will make even heaven rejoice. Every gift revealed will lift you higher and touch lives around you. Your blessing will become a beacon for others. When I act, many will say, "The Lord was with him." And thus your testimony will become a seed of faith for multitudes. Do not be discouraged by the battles, for they are the prelude to your greatest victory. When the path seems narrow and the weight too heavy to bear, remember this: I have already determined your triumph. Michael is already in motion, and the miracles have already been released. They will come like unexpected rain on a dry day, refreshing everything that once seemed dead. They will come like the sun breaking through the darkness after a long night. And when it happens, your lips will be filled with laughter, and your heart will overflow with gratitude. I declare once again, the harvest will be greater than the seed, the answer will surpass your prayer, and the miracle will exceed every expectation. I am the God who does infinitely more than all you ask or imagine. What seemed barren will bloom. What was asleep will awaken. And what was lost will be restored twofold. I do not offer you mere comfort, but eternal decrees that cannot be revoked. Listen carefully. Every word that proceeds from my mouth today is a living seed, destined to grow abundantly in your future. I prophesy over you, your days of shame will give way to days of honor. The very places where you were humiliated will be the same where I will exalt you. The silent waiting you endured was not in vain. The wind is changing, carrying the fragrance of a new season. Hear the whispers of heaven. They are signs that a new melody is being composed for your soul. The shadows that once surrounded you will be scattered by the light I am igniting on the horizon of your story. Those who laughed at your pain will witness your joy. Where there was ruin, there will be rebirth. Where there were tears, laughter will spring forth. The locks that resisted for so long will fall to the ground, for I myself, with the key of promise, will open the doors that no one else could open. And when you pass through those gates, you will see dimensions you never dared to dream of. You will have access to spiritual and material realms that once seemed unreachable. You will experience opportunities that go beyond your abilities, for this is not about merit, but about grace. Your life will expand in unexpected directions, and heaven will open over your home. Where there was once discord, peace will descend. Light will fill the dark spaces, and joy will overflow in rooms once silenced by sorrow. My presence will touch every member of your family. You will see hardened hearts surrender to my love. Michael is already breaking down the spiritual barriers that once hindered restoration. I also prophesy over your body. What medicine has called incurable, I declare healed. Diseases will retreat, pain will cease, and diagnoses will change. Sentences of death will turn into testimonies of life. My power will flow like a river over you, purifying, healing, and renewing. Your health will be restored, your soul revived, and your spirit strengthened. And when you look around, you will see that everything has changed, not because you were strong, but because I, your God, was with you in every detail, moving the invisible to transform your reality. Beloved child, hear closely what I, the Lord, am declaring over you at this very moment. I extend my healing balm upon you. Let this divine touch reach every area of your life that still aches, every memory that causes pain, every burden weighing on your spirit. I come to restore, to relieve, and to renew. Where there was injury, I bring healing. Where there was discouragement, I breathe new courage. Where fear existed, I pour out peace that surpasses all understanding. If you feel my touch through these words, it is because my spirit is moving within you. I prophesy that you will experience an abundance beyond all expectations. The empty spaces left by lack will be filled by my supernatural provision. Where there was deficiency, there will now be plenty. The desert of scarcity will become a fertile field of supply. You will see resources arriving from unimaginable places and understand that nothing is coincidence, but divine intervention. Michael is already working behind the scenes, moving hearts, opening paths, and preparing people and circumstances so that provision reaches you at the appointed time. I also prophesy freedom over your mind. That heavy burden of anxiety, that prison of fear that constrained your thoughts, is now being broken by the power of my Spirit. I give you my peace, not the kind the world offers, but the kind that is firm, deep, and unshakable. Your nights will be peaceful again, and your rest will restore your soul. The voices that once accused you will be silenced, and you will hear only my voice, full of love, guidance, and tenderness. I will transform the noise of fear into songs of hope. Confusion will give way to spiritual clarity. Anxiety will be replaced with serene and constant faith. I prophesy that your long-held dreams will breathe again. What you abandoned in the past, thinking it was too late, I will resurrect before your eyes. Michael is already blowing over the dormant embers of your heart, and a new flame is rising. You will see gifts rekindled, dormant talents blooming anew, and forgotten plans returning stronger than ever. Beloved child, I prophesy that you will not falter, even in the most difficult battles. Your strength will be renewed each morning, and you will run without fatigue and walk without stumbling, because I will sustain you with my mighty hand. The battles will not destroy you. Instead, they will mature you and elevate you to new levels of faith. Michael and the heavenly hosts are surrounding you, forming a wall of fire and light. No arrow aimed at you will succeed, and every accusation will be nullified by my justice. The enemy may try, but he will fail, for the power of my word is your shield. I prophesy that all malicious schemes against your life are being undone now. Michael is already demolishing invisible fortresses, interrupting dark plans, and reversing decrees of destruction. When you look around, you will see that where there was war, there will now be peace, where there was oppression, there will now be freedom. I also prophesy new paths opening under your feet. You will not be trapped by what was, nor limited by past mistakes. I am the God who parts seas and traces paths through the desert. What seemed closed, I will open with a single breath. Michael goes ahead of you, straightening paths and preparing fertile ground for your advance. You will walk boldly, and your faith will be your compass. I prophesy that a new song will spring up from your lips, a hymn of victory and gratitude. Today you may cry, but tomorrow you will laugh with joy. The tears of today will become the seeds of your harvest. I turn weeping into dancing, ashes into crowns, ruins into celebration. All that the enemy destroyed, I will rebuild with greater glory. If this promise resonates in your spirit, know that the time of transformation is at hand. Your eyes will witness my fulfillment, and your soul will be filled with rejoicing. I prophesy that your faith will be strengthened like never before. Every unexpected miracle I perform in your life will fuel the fire of your confidence. You will not only receive blessings but become a channel of blessing. Wherever you go, my presence will follow, and people will sense my love flowing through you. I will give you holy courage to speak in my name, boldness to testify, and grace to bless others. I prophesy that nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to separate you from my love. Neither the powers of heaven, nor the depths of the earth, nor any created force can snatch you from my hands. Michael ensures this covenant, fighting for you and protecting the eternal promise I have made with you. Now, close your eyes and envision, I see you walking through a dark valley, where the wind blows fiercely and the mountains seem to hem you in. Suddenly, a flash cuts across the sky. Michael descends with his sword raised, illuminating your path. Behind him, a host of angels carries glowing chests, full of blessings and miracles prepared just for you. These angels approach and lay each of these gifts at your feet. Some are answers you have long prayed for, others are surprises you never dared to hope for. Every gift is a reminder of my love and how I have always been with you, even when you thought you were alone. I declare that you will live days so full of my presence that there will be no doubt. You have been touched by me. Nothing happening will be by luck, chance, or coincidence. It is divine purpose, fulfilled promise, and manifest prophecy. Receive this word, beloved child. What was blocked will now be released. What was locked will be opened wide. What was dead will live again before your eyes. What was lost will be recovered. What was distant will return home. I am the God who makes all things new, and today I declare, I make all things new in your life. The desert season is over. Now begins the time of abundance, harvest, flourishing, and progress. Michael has already proclaimed victory, and all of heaven celebrates with you. You have come this far not by chance, but because my love has sustained you, and my purpose has guided you. And I tell you now, the best is only beginning. With love, God. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.